Hello, Coffee. Today I am going to do the Disney book tag. I love Disney so much, and I also love books, so this is perfect. This tag was created by Catty-tastic. I will link her channel and video down below. No one has tagged me in this because I literally have only one video up on YouTube, and that was created 13 months ago. Woohoo! First question is The Little Mermaid. A character who is out of their element. Fish out of water. A fish out of water would have to be Percy Jackson. While he sometimes excels at what he does, he's very much thrust into the demigod world in Camp Half-Blood. In Sea of Monsters, we see him struggle a bit with not being as useful as he would like to be, not as good at things as other demigods are, and he's really struggling to be not quite accepted, but just to fit in a bit more. Definitely accepted by his dad and the other gods, who are terrifying. Cinderella, a character who goes through a major transformation. Mia Thermopolis from the Princess Diaries series. I love this series. She finds out she's a princess, and then her grandmother forces her into princess lessons, and obviously if you've seen the movie you know that they do a makeover. That's in the books as well. She hates her hair in the books, but she definitely, over the course of the 10 books, she learns a lot about herself. She goes from being quite bitter to fairly content with her life. I would definitely say she goes through a transformation. Snow White, a book with an eclectic cast of characters. My eclectic cast of characters is the cast of Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. At first you think they're all just like girly girls in a beauty pageant and maybe there's just one girl who's not, but it turns out there's just a lot of different characters. It's really interesting and you get a lot of different point of views in that book, and I would say it's very eclectic. Sleeping Beauty, a book that put you to sleep. The Scourge Trials. It didn't physically put me to sleep, but it definitely took me a very, very long time to read this because I found it so boring. The Lion King, a character who had something traumatic happen to them in their childhood. Where to start? Harry Potter. Parents murdered by a serial killer, then sent off to live for 11 years, 10 years, with an abusive family. They made him live in a cupboard. A cupboard. That poor child. Beauty and the Beast. Beast of a book that you were intimidated to read, but ended up loving it. Where Rainbows End by Cecilia Ahern. This book is almost 580 pages long, I think, and having not read books in a long time, such a big book was intimidating to me, but I read it very quickly and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Aladdin, a character who got their wish granted for better or for worse. I'm choosing Q from Paper Town. He really wanted to be a part of Margot's life and he ended up getting that. However, spoilers, Mulan, a character who pretends to be something that they are not. I'm choosing Rachel from the All About Rachel series by Sarah Mlinowski. I think starting probably in the second book, she pretends to be a lot of things she isn't, using magic. Doesn't end amazingly. Toy Story, a book with characters you wish that could come to life. The Night Circus. Not necessarily the characters. If the circus itself could be real, I would absolutely love that. I would love to go to it. It is one of my favourite books and it's so beautiful. I need to go to the circus or something very similar. Disney Descendants, your favourite morally ambiguous character. This was kind of a tie for me between Peter Pan and Draco Malfoy. However, I'm going to go with Draco Malfoy because he's definitely seen as a darker sort of character and put in the villainous light because he kind of bullies people. But I do love Draco. I don't know why I love him, he's very well written. He has depth to him, as we find out later on in the series that he's kind of being pushed into this and he's being raised in a horrible way that makes him not as much of a lovable character. That's my Disney book tag. I know that this tag was based off The Isle of the Lost by Melissa de la Cruz, and I really, really want to read this book a lot. Bye! Because my camera died. He really wanted to be a part of... What is her name? Oh my god! Whatever. However,